Hello everyone, this is Lloyd and today I'm going to teach you about commercial baking. Today our recipe is cinnamon rolls, Spanish bread, and pan de coco. If you are in the commercial baking, before you're going to start, make sure that all your ingredients are prepared. Your pans are already greased. You have in your mind what to do. Okay, because one thing that you really have to avoid in commercial baking is when you forget one ingredient to put in your mixer. Okay, so first that I did is that I greased my pans. Okay, I have here three round pan, 8-inch by 2-inch for our cinnamon rolls. And then I have here two pans. This is about 12 inches by 18 inches. And I grease them with shortening or oil. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is to weigh all our ingredients. So take note, as I have said a while ago, before you start, you have in your mind what to do. So, lapit po tayo dito. Let's come here. I'm going to show you the ingredients. First, we have to prepare the ingredients of the fillings. So for the fillings of the cinnamon, I have here margarine. This is 1 cup. I have here 1 cup of brown sugar. I have here 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder. This is for the cinnamon rolls. Now for the Spanish bread, I have here 100 grams of flour, 100 grams of brown sugar, and 100 grams of margarine. Okay, and I have here for my pan de coco 1 cup of coconut. Okay, and then 1 cup of white sugar. So all the ingredients are prepared for our fillings. And for the dough, we have here 1 1/2 kilo of hard flour. In Filipino language, they call this first class. Now, I have here 1 1/2 teaspoon of iodized salt. I have here 3 teaspoons of yeast. And if you are doing commercial baking, you have to use this bread improver. Okay? It is good to use bread improver for commercial baking. Why? So that your bread will look bigger. But in fact, it's just the same. And of course, this will make your bread a little softer. So I will put 1 1/2 teaspoon of it. Now, on this 1 1/2 kilo of first class or hard flour, I prepared 800 ml of water. So what 800 ml of water, that is equivalent of to, let's try to weigh it. 800 ml of water, that is equivalent to 900 grams, because 800 grams minus 100 grams of this. This container is 100 grams, and then the water that I put is 800 ml. Now we have here a reading of 900 grams. So 900 minus 100, that is 800 grams. Now, I'm going to prepare for my 1 1/2 kilo of first class flour or hard flour. I prepared 1 cup of white sugar. So the first thing that I'm going to do now is to mix all my dry ingredients. Okay? Mix all my dry ingredients. So before you start baking, it is really important to wear a hairnet. Mix all our dry ingredients. And then, if you have a mixer, you mix this for about 18 to 20 minutes, just like this. But if you don't have a mixer, you can do this manually, but I tell you, it's quite hard. If you're going to mix a batch of dough, I suggest that you have to do it a maximum of 750 grams. So you have to divide the weight. Okay? So I'm going to put all the dry ingredients. And now I'm going to put my wet ingredients. First thing is that I'm going to mix it fast. And then I'm going to prepare 200 grams of shortening. 200 grams of shortening is about 3/4 cup. Okay? So right there. So we have here 200 grams of shortening. Now, if you see that your dough is already mixed, you stop your mixer and then you put your shortening and then mix it again for 18 to 20 minutes. And I will show you later what does it look like if it is already ready for cutting. Okay? Okay, now we're going to prepare now the fillings of our cinnamon roll, Spanish bread, and pan de coco. So first, while this dough is mixing, we're going to prepare the fillings. So let's come here. In 1 cup of brown sugar, I will add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder. So what I'm going to do with this is just mix it. Okay? I will mix it and I will set it aside. Now, for my Spanish bread fillings, 100 grams of margarine, 100 grams of flour, 100 grams of brown sugar. If you want your Spanish bread to be unique, you can add crushed pineapple, okay? So I'm just going to mix it like that. I will mix it. Okay, so I will just set it aside. I will mix it well and I will set it aside. Now, for the pan de coco, 1 cup of coconut, not the desiccated, but the fresh coconut taken out from the coconut meat. Or if you don't have coconut, you can use buko or sweetened buko. And I have here 1 cup of white sugar. So I'll just place it here. Now this is ready for our fillings later. Grease our working table. Just grease it. Just put grease. And then our dough, which was taken from the mixer, we're going to weigh it. Since we're going to make this into 3 different flavors, I weighed it, and so this is 3 kilos. What I'm going to do now is to divide this into 3 parts because this is 3 kilos. So that this is 1 for our cinnamon, and we have 1 kilo for our Spanish bread, and we have here 1 kilo for our pan de coco. Now, what I'm going to do here is if I am not yet working on one dough, I'm going to put it on one place and grease on top. Why am I greasing on top? So that the moisture will not come out. Okay. So as you can see, this is well done. It was well mixed. As you can see in the camera, this is how you will know that your dough is already done. It's stretchy, okay? Now, what I'm going to do first is to make my cinnamon rolls. So I have here, since I have 3 pans, again, this 1 batch or 1 kilo of dough, I'm going to divide it into 3. So that will take me to about 350 grams each. 350 grams each. Now I'm going to stretch it just like that. And I will put margarine on the middle. And then this cinnamon powder and brown sugar, I will just spread it like that. As you can see here, I already made 2 Boston, and I will show you closely how I made it. So I will pull one of the cup that I made. I will press it like that. Make sure that your table is greased. I will put margarine on top, in the middle. And what I want to do now is, again, the same process. I'll put the brown sugar and cinnamon in the middle. Okay, so as you can, I will do it slowly. There, I'm going to pull the other side and attach it on the other side. Okay, so that is how we do our cinnamon roll. And then I'm going to press it a little harder so that they will really stick together. Now what I want to do now is I'm going to get my pans, and I will put brown sugar and the remaining brown sugar and cinnamon powder on top, just like that. Okay. Okay, as you can see, it's there. It's well prepared. And I will get one of my Boston and cut it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have here 9 cuts, and we will arrange it on top. So as you can see here, I am cutting our dough for our Spanish bread. If you're going to see, the weight is approximately 40 grams. Okay, so now that our dough is cut for our Spanish bread, what I'm going to do now is get my fillings. This is 100 grams brown sugar, 100 grams flour, and 100 grams margarine. Now if you want to put a twist on it, you can put grated pineapple. That would be nice. Okay, so what I want to do now is to get one of this dough and put filling inside. Okay, this is one way to do it. This is one way to do it. Okay, and then you flatten it. Now we have here, if put it on breadcrumbs and put it on pan. But there is another way of doing it, which is the shortcut. You press it hard on the table, put a little fillings, okay, and then you fold it, and you press the sides, and you keep on pressing until you make a little Boston. You put it on breadcrumbs and put it on your pan. And I'm going to do this for the rest of my dough for my Spanish bread. Okay, so for this last piece of Spanish bread, I'm going to show you an important thing that you must remember in making a Spanish bread. Make sure that the filling inside is tightly intact. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, when you put the filling inside, you get the other side and you press it well, like that, and then you roll it and press it, roll it and press it, just like that. Okay, so I'll put it on the breadcrumbs, put it on pan, and now we have here our Spanish bread. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do now is our pan de coco. And I'm going to cut this in the bigger sizes because I want the big size pan de coco. Let's proceed here to our pan de coco. I cut my dough, 1 kilo of dough, I cut them to 100 grams. Okay, 100 grams, so that is about 10 pieces of pan de coco for our 1 kilo of dough. So what I'm going to do now is to get my coconut, okay, and put it on top, and then I'm going to lock it by squeezing it. Okay, just squeeze it like that. Okay, and I'm going to do this with the rest of the dough. And before proofing them, I will brush it with egg wash and bake it to 180 degrees Celsius for about 18 minutes or until it is done. We have here all our recipes. What we're going to do now while waiting for them to rise for about an hour, we will put about 3 tablespoons of water on each of these pan of our cinnamon. 3 tablespoons of water. Okay. And for our pan de coco, I'm going to brush it with egg wash. Brush it with egg wash. What I'm going to do now is to let it rise. If you have proofer, you put it on proofer for 30 minutes. But if you don't have proofer, just leave it for about an hour. Our pan de coco and our Spanish bread are already in our oven, and it's already past 18 minutes. But when I checked my oven, I think I want a little bit toasted, so I will add 3 more minutes. I baked it for about 180 degrees or maybe 170 to 180 degrees. Not lower than that, not higher than that. So the cooking time will vary, okay, depending on your temperature. You can always check here, or after 18 minutes, you can open your oven and see, and you can now you can know how much time do you need before you will get it. But as for here, our cinnamon are still rising. They are not yet ready to be placed in oven. Maybe in a couple of minutes, we can already put them inside. And later on, I'm going to bake this also. And I will show you the finished product. Patapos na po tayo. Yung cinnamon po nasa loob. Kukunin na po natin. And as you can see, pakita mo dito sa ating mga manonood. Ito po yung ating pan de coco and the Spanish bread. Now, this is very important. I will show you. Pag kayo po gumawa ng cinnamon, tulad ng ginawa po natin, I will show you something that is very important. Okay, so you off the oven. This is very important. I actually bake this for 22 minutes. In actuality, at 22 minutes po siya, no? So as you can see, ganyan po yung pagkatusta niya. Huwag nyo po siyang hayaan ng matagal. Baliktarin nyo na po habang mainit pa po yung pan. Kasi pag pinatagal nyo po yan, didikit po yung cinnamon. Okay? At hindi na po matatanggal sa pan. Okay? So, yan po ang ating commercial baking sa araw na ito. Please subscribe nang sa gayon po ma-update po kayo sa ating mga recipe. Just click the bell button, like it, make comments, magbigay po kayo ng mga suggestion kung ano po yung mga gusto nyong recipe na lutuin natin, gagawin po natin yan para sa inyo. Habang naka-quarantine po tayo, manatili po tayo sa ating bahay, mag-aral po tayo, matuto po tayo ng mga iba't ibang klase ng putahing Pinoy. Now, today, whatever time you are watching this video, God bless. And the Bible says, in everything, give thanks.